Ministry of Dole performed several times at the Birmingham show. What's been the vibe? How have you found that it went?
It's been really busy. A lot of people came down to watch the show. Great atmosphere. So yeah, overall good performance, and yeah, we really enjoyed it. So excellent.
Ministry of Dole is basically a teaching and performance institute, basically. So we run 3 weekly classes. We've got about 100 students that we teach. One class in Slough, Cranford and Reading. And then we're a performance institute, so we do shows like the Asian Bride Show today, weddings kind of every weekend. We've done the FA Cup final last year as well in front of 90,000 people. We've also got a couple of tours abroad this year as well, in Barcelona, Madrid, those sort of places. So essentially a performance and teaching institute, really.
And if you can tell me one highlight of the show for you, what's that been?
Well, the reaction from the crowd, they've been absolutely great. The vibe they've given back to us, the way they've told us like how much they enjoy the performances. It's like we've taken it all on board, and it's just great to see the reaction that we're getting here today. It's been really welcoming from everyone in Birmingham.
I'm here with Gulsum from ZFS Collections. Gulsum, congratulations on a great catwalk. How do you feel that it went?
It went really, really well, really good exposure, and I think, the girls did a very good job. It went really well.
Is this your first time exhibiting at the Asian Bride Show?
It is the first time. The business is quite new, so I think it's given me the right exposure. Get more people coming in through the door.
And what has the response been like from the show today?
Very good. I've had a really good response with the catwalk outfits plus the outfits we've shown in the store. Really good response.
And what has been one of the highlights for you of the show today?
I'll say catwalk again. Catwalk has been the highlight, and plus people walking in through the door. I think nationally they've been coming all over the place, not just Birmingham, so which is very good for a new business.
If I can ask you lastly, what do you think of this venue?
Oh, really nice, because I think Birmingham needed to show off a really good venue, and I think this is just ideal compared to, in London it's always Wembley Stadium. I think this tops it as well.
Navin, you've become quite a regular at the Asian Bride shows over the last month. How has the Birmingham show been for you?
Oh, it's been great. I think we've had it all today. We've done about 5-6 performances. I've done 5-6 performances. A fantastic catwalk, which went on a lot longer than the ones in London. So there was a lot more designers that wanted to jump on board. The exhibitors were fantastic, and just performing in front of this audience who are here all just kind of looking for their weddings that are forthcoming. It was great, really good experience.
Obviously, we've seen you kind of explode onto the scene recently. What would you say is your typical musical style? How would we define your musical style?
My musical style, I've made it deliberately so that you can't put it into any one box. And the reason for that is because I myself listen to so much diverse music, so I want my music to be the same. And it's also good because it keeps me on edge and the audience on edge, because I don't know what I'm going to do next. And I like that because I sing in English, Hindi and Punjabi, and everyone's wondering, well, what language is he going to do next? And I have no idea myself. So there's no typical sound. I just call it, kind of capturing the essence of Indian music in a contemporary way.
And what can we expect from you next? What have you got coming up?
Well, I have a brand new single which is coming out in April, and that's called Jile, which I'm really excited.
Navin, if I can just ask you what you've got coming up now?
Yeah, well, I've got a brand new single which is coming out in April. It's called Jile. I'm really excited about that because it's an electro-pop kind of single, which is something I haven't done before. Again, like I was saying, I like to keep things unpredictable. But I'm really excited by this. I've kind of tried very new things, singing in falsetto, and just I'm proud that we've managed to create a Hindi record that sounds like Jile.
And if this probably is a bit of a cheeky question, but obviously at the Asian Bride show, were you looking for a special lady, or was there a special lady in your life?
There's many special ladies in my life. But I think whenever I come to, I was here in London and this one, I don't know, it makes me want to get married. There's so many beautiful women around, and then I'm at the catwalk and there's all these models. So I just, I can't decide. There's too many special women in my life at the moment.
And lastly, if I can ask you what the one highlight of the show has been, of the Birmingham Bride Show for you?
I think getting the family up on stage and singing Meri Makana to the mum and the dad and having them dance and join me on stage, I think that was a very special moment.
The family has been a huge success. Did you think when you started doing the programme that it was ever going to be this big, and what's been your reaction?
No, I never in my wildest dreams could have imagined that so many people would have watched it. I think we as a family are all really, really shocked at the love and support that we've all received. It's been crazy, absolutely crazy.
Okay, and how do you deal with fame now? Because I would say that you guys are famous. How are you dealing it? How are you finding it?
We can't stop laughing, and I'll tell you what I mean by that is we're really shocked by it all. I mean, the show ended 7 weeks ago and people still remember us. We kind of thought, it would be forgotten, but doing things like this is quite amazing. And I still don't think we're famous. I just think more people know us. It's like when you're at a wedding and loads of friends and family. We just seem to have a bigger friends and family now.
And what's been the vibe here for the show? How have you felt the show's gone?
The show's gone fantastically. We were in the London show and coming here, it's great. Everyone is so clued up on weddings. I wish I had this when I didn't even think about it when I was getting married. It's really good, to come out to these type of events. You get really good ideas, you can network, you can meet with people. So I think the venue and the whole organisation behind it is just fantastic.
So do you think it's good for tips if you're going to get married?
Absolutely, good for tips. I was saying even last time, I wish I'd have come out here myself. I didn't. It just gives you normal ideas and it gives you an opportunity to talk to people and get tips that you probably wouldn't even thought of. And we have a big Indian wedding as well. We have like 3 days to plan. So something like this, you can really talk to people and kind of, get ideas on what you want to do.
And lastly, if I can ask you, what are you guys doing with the Foreign and Commonwealth Office?
We're here today as the Foreign and Commonwealth Office invited us down to promote their new website, the fco.co.uk website. Basically, Mum, Dad and I went to India shopping last year. I think everyone knows about it. And when we went, Mum unfortunately got slightly ill, and thank God she had a medical insurance, and Foreign Office kind of heard about it, and they thought it would be a good idea for us to kind of let other people know, all of us Indians, we shop here in England as well, but we do go back home shopping, to do the wedding shopping. So it's really important to make sure you're clued up. You don't ever think about, insurance or anything like that. You think you'll be fine, but you never know, do you? So that's why we're all here as a family, to promote that, but also to thank everyone for all their love and support as well.
Is it nice to have the whole lineup this time because your dad's back?
Yeah. Dad's here, we're all here, but to be honest, it's Mum and Dad everyone wants to meet, and Dad was in India, funnily enough, and I'll tell you what, if it wasn't for Mum, Dad wouldn't have had any of his paperwork when he went to India, so he's a good example of why you need to make sure you've got all your paperwork when you go. But it's really good that we're all 5 of us are here, and we're getting to meet everyone and talk about obviously what we're doing here, but just kind of say hello to everyone as well.